After learning about nutrition in plants, let us learn about the same in animals. It is called heterotrophic nutrition. Each organism is habituated to live in its own environment. The form of nutrition taken by the animal varies based on the type and availability of food materials and also how it is obtained by the organism. For example, if the food source is static, such as grass, or movable, such as a deer, there is a difference in how the food is accessed and how the parts of body are involved in obtaining the food by a cow and a lion. Different organisms have different strategies for consuming the food. Few organisms break down the food material outside the body and then digest it. Examples: bread molds, yeast, mushrooms, etc. Some other organisms like amoeba take in whole food material inside their bodies and then break down into small pieces. This depends upon the digestive system of each organism. Some other organisms like cuscuta, lice, leeches and tapeworms take the nutrition from plants and animals without killing them. Let us learn how organisms obtain their nutrition. The digestive system is different in different organisms. For example, in a single-celled organisms like amoeba, the food may be consumed from the entire surface, but as the size of the organism increases, the parts become specialized and perform different functions. The nutrition in amoeba is shown on screen. The amoeba takes in food by using pseudopodia as shown in image. This pseudopodia looks like temporary finger extensions of the cell surface which fuses over the food particle, forming food vacuole. Inside the food vacuole, the complex substances of food particles are crushed down with the help of enzymes into simpler ones and then diffuse into the cytoplasm. The undigested food particles are moved down to the surface of the cell and are thrown out. In other unicellular organisms like paramecium, the cell has a definite shape and the food is taken in from a particular place, and this food is moved to the place by the movement of cilia that covers the entire surface of the cell, where the food gets swallowed. Let us learn in detail about parasitic nutrition in cuscuta. A particular species in cuscuta is dodder. It does not contain any leaves. It is a twining, parasitic plant that belongs to morning splendor family. These species generally contain 170 twining species and are broadly distributed throughout the moderate and tropical regions of the world. The dodder species does not contain chlorophyll. It absorbs food through haustoria, which are root-like organs that penetrate towards the tissue of a host plant and even may kill it. But it has been found that cuscuta reflexa contains a very small amount of chlorophyll. The thin, string-like stems of the dodder may be of different colors like yellow, orange, pink or brown. The dodder's flowers are of tiny yellow or white bell-like, lobed corollas, united petals. Let us now learn about the formation of dodder. The dodder seed grows slowly and forms an anchoring root and grows in a spiral fashion and reaches a host plant. It then weaves around the stem of the host plant and throws out haustoria, which diffuses it. The water for the species is drawn through the haustoria of the corresponding host plant stem and xylem, and the nutrients are drawn from its phloem. In the meantime, the root decays after stem contact has been made with a host plant. As the dodder grows on, it sends out new haustoria and sets strongly on the host plant. Suppose, after growing a few spirals, if the host decays, then the dodder finds another way and continues to wave and branch until it looks like or becomes a fine, densely tangled web of thin stems enveloping the host plant. Now, let us learn about nutrition in human beings. when compared to the digestive system of other organisms. Human digestive system is very complex, where different parts perform different functions by using various digestive juices and enzymes. Image on the screen shows the alimentary canal of man. The alimentary canal is a long tube extending from the mouth to the anus, as indicated in the image. This tube has various regions which perform different functions. Generally, every one of us get doubt about what happens to the food once it enters into our body and how it gets digested in the alimentary canal. Let us learn more. Usually, everything we eat passes through the same digestive area. The process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. Naturally, the food has to be processed to generate simpler particles from the complex substances, because the particles must be small enough to be picked up by our body. The texture also needs to be easily absorbed. Let us discuss in detail about the steps involved in the passage of food through alimentary canal or gut. The food we eat